I've always been fascinated by the routines of successful people. What was it about their day-to-day that made them break through and turn them into the people that they were? What were the particulars about how they lived? Now, this question is particularly interesting to me as it pertains to writing. I have found that sticking to Stephen King's writing style of 6 pages per day has helped me finish my goals. But lately, I've been wondering about the ancient writers, men and women who stood atop their castles and looked over and told their stories. More specifically, the ancient Romans. So I've decided I'm going to challenge myself and write like a Roman soldier for a day. Now, this challenge will consist of 3 parts. The first one is sword training, just like they would have done. The next is a forced march through the forest. And the third is to write under a candle. Now, according to Explorers.com, Romans would travel up to 20 miles per day. That's a lot. And by the words of the late poet and philosopher Kimberly Sweet Brown Wilkins, ain't nobody got time for that.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
So instead, I'm just gonna climb this mountain behind me. Then once at top, I'll set up camp and do my writing. But first, to Jimmy. All right, now that Jimmy's taken care of, time to go climb a mountain. Kind of having a weird thought. You know, in our modern society, there's a big quest for attention. It's much like this, is that I'm, filming myself walking through a forest wearing Roman armor. That was pretty true about most of the Romans back then as well. I mean, Caesar conquered Gaul so that people would look at him. That was the only reason why. It's just like, people aren't looking at me enough. I think I'm gonna go conquer a nation. Be right back. So on this particular trail, there are 3 parts. There's kind of the beginning stage where I'm at right now. It's kind of a short walk through the forest to a bit of a plateau area. And from there, it's straight up. It's hard to do this and not want to stop just to admire the view. And just look at that. Amazing. See that car there? That's my ride home if anything goes wrong. I wonder why they're leaving. It's a very surreal experience walking through this forest. Kind of makes me wonder if that's how it really felt for the Romans back then. They were going into this forest. They were going into massive battles against a very savage people. Wonder if this is what it must have felt like walking through the trees, wondering if someone from Gaul would jump out and attack my legions. Makes you think. All right, so now I have made it to the fork in the road. The one right there behind me, leads back to the main road, and the other leads straight up the mountain. I know which one I'm going to. Oh, now wait a minute. Where am I supposed to go again? This way, or is it this way? I don't know, 50-50 chance. Let's go! A bit of a travel channel. I don't typically do reviews on anything. However, these Roman shoes are actually really good hiking shoes. I'm really surprised of how well they grip the ground, how comfortable they actually feel on my feet. You know, I'm not slipping and sliding. I'm able to keep a good steady pace. Actually quite nice. Kind of the downside of being sandals is that I have to kick a rock out every 2 seconds. First world problems. Well, I believe the trail, no, there it is. There's the trail. Haha. Right. I reached it to the second point. Now there's only one more to go, and this is the hardest one. Reminds me of what Marcus Licinius Crassus said to a young Julius Caesar as they were taking on the rebel Spartacus. He looked over to him and said, "Caesar, for the boys." Almost there. Stop top. Quintilius Varus, give me back my legions! Now, sadly, I found out that I required a permit in order to camp there that night. So instead, with the second part of the challenge completed, I decided to go home and write underneath a candle. Now, I can't necessarily say that I recommend this routine. Physical exercise is important, but doing it this way takes a substantial amount of time apart from writing. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, as well as hitting that little bell thingy, and I'll see you next time.